Daniel Melville's story shows just how powerful games can be. Video games give players the chance to see themselves in characters and worlds at a time when they need them most. Melville actually holds a Guinness World Record for first prosthetic limb based on a video game. His Deus Ex Bionic arm is controlled by pulses that allow for precise finger and hand control, allowing him to game.
So growing up, I used a lot of prosthetics. They were just sort of bog standard though, so they didn't do anything for me. It was literally, you just stand up, like for every bad reason, someone would come up to me and be like, oh, how did you lose your arm? And then I just stopped using them. I lost faith because I felt, what's the point in wearing something that's gonna make me feel more disabled? And that's not what you want in your life. And yeah, and then for years I just sort of gave up on it. And then years later, I've got basically in touch with Bionics and became an ambassador with them, and I now wear this awesome arm. Every time they give me a new upgrade, I'm still amazed by it. But the last few years we've worked on changing the grip, making it stronger. So I use pulses in my arm at the top and bottom of the muscles, and that's how you open and close it. If I was to tense my muscles, it would change the grip pattern to certain modes. Yeah, that's basically it really. I'm hoping in the near future would be individual finger movement, but of course still got a way to go, but that's something that I would like. I suppose if I was to go to a rock or metal concert, I would obviously want to do the horns. That's something I'd love to do. So it really takes that away from pointing out having a disability, which of course I don't see, to pointing out something that is more full of positivity, and people just come over and want to ask you so many questions, and it just fills you up just with happiness, I guess, because you don't get people making you feel disabled or different. That you're standing out differently in a really good, cool way. So that's what I see it as. It's just super positive. I actually 3D print and I'm also a designer, and I actually work from home, so it costs a lot less than having my own shop. The way I got into that was actually starting to help open Bionics with the Bionic hands. Because of testing with them, I just got fixated on 3D printers. So growing up, I played a lot of video games, I still do, but when I came across Deus Ex, I realized the main character had Bionic arms, and I thought that was really cool because most modern day, even old school video games, they didn't have many bionic characters, especially someone with an augmentation or especially a bionic arm. So I had no one to really relate to. So as soon as I started playing those games, I felt a relation with Jensen because, he had these cool augmented arms and he was a badass. And I was like, I'd love to be like that. Of course, I don't get to keep any nano blades in this. Xbox are bringing out avatars with kids with bionic arms or wheelchairs. And I think we need to be pushing for that, to tell people that you are just as good as someone with two hands, if not cooler and better. Growing up for myself, very different. There wasn't quite as many role models out there, as of course now it's changed a lot. I wouldn't call myself a role model, but I would say that a lot more kids know who I am, and their parents go, look, this guy's got a bionic arm. Or maybe a kid hasn't seen that and they play a video game and they see a game like Deus Ex or they see Overwatch and they go, that person's got a bionic arm, so it must be becoming more normal to me now. And they would think, wow, this is the future now. I am living the future.